Hi, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, January 7th, and I just wanted to address something that I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing right now. Post-holiday funk due to grief is very real. I know personally I've been feeling very angry and agitated, and I've been avoiding people because I'm afraid of expressing what I'm feeling out on them when they've done nothing wrong, except maybe not showing up the way I'd like them to. But if I'm not speaking up, I'm the one at fault, not them. So it's a real thing. We push ourselves through the holidays to fake it till we make it almost, and then our kids go back to school or go back home, and we're left with emptiness and a little sadness after all the decorations and things get put away, and there's no more parties to go to and socializing to be done. So now we're in our own space in our own heads, and that can be really scary. Chester Bennington once said that the most dangerous space was what was between his two ears, and I believe it. When we're feeling funky, we are our own worst enemies. And I just wanted to let you know that if you're feeling like this, it's completely normal and very real. And addressing it is huge. And what I've been doing is trying to do mindfulness things and remind myself of each win. I've been without heat in my house for almost 2 weeks now, and I have no idea when I'm getting it back. Luckily, we're on a warm streak, so everything is about the same temperature inside and out now. I'm getting used to it. But I could curl up into a fetal position and start sucking my thumb because of the fact that the heat went out. And instead, I'm trying really hard to keep moving forward. I am working on the edits of my newest book that's coming out soon, Emergence. And that's a huge win, but it's little things too, like getting your hair cut, maybe washing the salt off your car, making sure all the holiday decorations are away, going to the grocery store. This morning, I really battled. I was exhausted and I wanted so badly to crawl back into bed and just not acknowledge the day. And I refused to do that. Instead, I did the grocery shopping and changed the bed, like bed sheets, everything, flipped the mattress. Like I did all of that. And even though it's little, it's a win. And if we take the time to just give ourselves credit for the little things that we're doing while we're adjusting to the new normal of a new year, 2026, that's big. And it doesn't matter if it's because of a death, because your kid went back to school, because all of your guests aren't home anymore, a breakup, a divorce, a transition through careers, whether it's a promotion, job loss, whatever. All of this is real grief. All of it is something that you're feeling. And if you're feeling it, it is real and it is true. And you've got to honor that. And once you start to move forward and give yourself the credit where it's due for continuing to move forward and looking at the things that you're doing, acknowledging that you're not sitting stagnant, you're actually trying to move forward, whatever that looks like for you, then you'll also determine what you need. Do you need a person on the other end of the phone? Do you need to go meet somebody for coffee? Do you need to join a new meetup group? Do you need to start journaling or exercising or taking advantage of a day where it is 58 degrees outside on a January morning and get out there and start playing a bingo game while you walk? How many acorns do I see? How many squirrels run in front of my path? Mindfulness activities are very strong and they do help. Just setting yourself up for success, one little thing at a time, can make the biggest difference when you're feeling funky. Like I said, I've been avoiding people because I don't want to take it out on them when maybe they've disappointed me, but they don't even know how, because I wasn't clear with what my expectations were. And the last thing I want to do is ruin a friendship, relationship, whatever that looks like, because of my funkiness. So I've been trying to put it out there to those that are close to me, and I have a very small circle for a reason. But I've been trying to explain to those that know me, hey, it's not you right now. I am going through something. And until I get back onto my right lane, I don't want to burden you. And that's good. It's healthy to acknowledge. At the same time, there is a part of me that's screaming inside going, but I want people, but I'm not ready. Because again, I think that anybody would find me acting like a true Karen. And I can say that because I am one. And I don't want to do that to anybody. So I hope that this was a helpful little mindful note. Um, like I said, make a checklist. And it doesn't have to be a true checklist. It can be on a little sticky note. And just identify the little wins that you've done or the big wins. I hung up a new doorbell yesterday. Finally got the ring. And I did it myself. I was pretty proud. Little things can really make you feel accomplished. And then when you're struggling with other things like, when is my heat going to get fixed? You don't feel as overwhelmed because you can look back and be like, well, I'm taking charge of what I can. And I might not be able to control when the parts come to fix my heater, but I can control whether or not I just crumble. What I can do right now to make my day not so griefy. And what do I want my day to look like? Because I have the control for that. I might not be able to control everything that happens throughout the day. I wish I could. But there's always some kind of mishap, whether it's a hairball from the cat or spilling coffee on the floor. There's always something, right? But you can either let it break you, or you can look at it as an opportunity to vacuum or mop a little harder, and then think of how good it feels when it's cleaner than it was. Even though in the moment it might suck, the afterwards. And that's the reframe. It's the after. Okay, right now I'm feeling funky. What can I do to control this better so that I can move through it and feel empowered at the end? We get a lot more sensitive when we start dealing with more and more losses. I feel like I let things roll a lot easier when I was in my 20s and 30s. And ever since 45, becoming a widow, everything can just become a huge mountain so quick. And you expect people to be mind readers, and they're not. And remember, everybody has their own stuff that they're carrying. They're not always going to worry about what you are feeling. You worry about you. Find your voice. Make sure you tell people what you need. And don't be afraid to ask, but also be prepared for the gentle no. I've got a lot going on right now. I'm sorry I can't be there for you. And don't take it personally if they say that. Remember, after the holidays, we're all a little funky. Maybe we wanted to get together with more people than we did. And now that we're starting to reach back out, they're feeling like, man, well, why didn't we connect 2 weeks ago during the holiday season? Why are you reaching out now? They may be a little bitter too. So open the dialogue, address your concerns, keep the conversation flowing. Don't assume anything, because you know what they say about that. And find your strength. It's within you. And just a little plug here. If you're feeling a little funky and not sure why, think about checking out my Grief Garden series. It's kind of cool. So I know I'm plugging, but it is pretty cool. So this volume 1 actually has several stories in it, and they're beautiful illustrations. Like this is the Chance story. Chance is a dog, an old dog, and he stumbles upon some of the characters just outside of the Grief Garden. I call them chirpers. The first one he meets is Regret the Toad, and then he meets Denial the Chameleon. And then you learn the reason why he meets Denial is because he doesn't realize that he has passed, and he has to meet a lot of the Grief Garden characters to help him find his way to the Rainbow Bridge and let go of wanting to go back to his person here. And he has Love the Dragonfly start sending her signs so that he can move forward and she can still connect. It's a powerful story. But at the back of the book, It talks about all the other Grief Garden characters and all the stories still to come. And it's kind of a neat thing. So if you're not sure why you're feeling a certain way, you can find your companion in the Grief Garden, and you'll learn why that companion is with you right now. And it'll make it maybe a little lighter to tread on and easier to walk. I think I'm going to start reading some of these shorter stories periodically. I'll set up a day, and those that want to chime in and learn a little bit more before they start buying anything from me, that would be totally cool. Anyway, I hope you have a great Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope your holiday funk doesn't get the better of you. Rise above it. Refuse to let it take you down. See you next time. For more information, check me out at the nakedgrief.com.